Good morning or evening, MechWarriors, depending on which side of the world you're on. It is 7 a.m. here in the States, and I think it's like 9 p.m. ish, roughly, where these teams are. Welcome to another Tournament of Champions 3 match, brought to you by MMWO Leagues. We have on the docket today the same four teams from last week, because the way the division works. We have Stubby Bunny Ips and Nick and the Doomed Guard versus Laggy AF and Metal Gear Solid. That's gear with a GYR. Play on the night gear. Uh, we got the 2v2 duel for you right now, coming up. This one is called Golden Age Meta. It is a Vulcan. Each team gets a Vulcan and Annihilator on Layout Jungle. The Vulcan can only be equipped with medium pulse lasers. The Annihilator must carry two heavy Gauss rifles and can take whatever additional energy weapons they desire. We got Team 1 locked already. Excuse me. Team 2 is now on the timer. But it should be fun. For those who have not seen this format yet, this is the newest edition of Tournament of Champions. There's the Div-S, as there has been. This is the Div.S-AP. So this is the draft division. The maps we have coming up for you today are after the 2v2 on layout, we have Polar Highlands, then Grim Plexus, and then finally we'll be rounding everything out with Alpine Peaks. This is the last week of this tournament. This was a short tournament because it's two teams of five versus two teams of five. Uh, Everything is uh, pretty condensed, so which makes it nice, makes it hard to cast because it means most games are not going to get casted. Both teams are now ready, and we're going to go ahead and punch this. Hope everyone's having a good day, good evening, and a good morning. Now this is Layout Jungle from Solaris 7. Small, tight map. Fairly balanced in my opinion. Not as balanced. Well, I shouldn't say that. That's not very accurate. Uh, Steiner Stadium. I think it's Steiner. Yeah, that one is probably one of the most balanced maps, like period. Uh, Virtually all of the Solaris maps are mirrored. You can see here, there's a big archway, a couple big pillars. You got some spectators up here on these platforms. That ship doesn't look like it should fit. Actually, wait, wait, hold on. Did they use a thruster as the front of the ship? We're gonna have to come back to that. I've never realized that before. Alright, both teams, we have Vulcan and Annihilator versus Vulcan and Annihilator. Both Vulcans are 5 MPL. Engine sizes and stuff are up to them. I'm checking the Annihilators here, that's what's more important. 2 ER smalls, 5 medium pulse on Azvosky. And over here, Wobbly with 6 ER meats and a binary. Interesting. Alright, both Vulcans are going to have to just either go on the attack or to protect the other one. Or protect. Lousy already gets shots on Wobbly. Wobbly being double teamed right now. Terry um, trying to get some shots, but this Lousy's going to get behind this Annie. Yeah, Lousy's behind the Annie. The Annie's now fighting a 2v1. Terry trying to get the Lousy off of the Annie. Annie gets halved already. And his back is pretty open. That's the thing with dual heavy Gauss. It slow the fire, but it packs a wallop. Wobbly with more rangy weapons. I'm surprised he pushed forward with the mechs, or with the build. As Vosky with his 5 MPLs and ER smalls, this is exactly where he wants to have this Annie fight. Lousy actually fairly injured, but Terry happened to fight this Annie. That Annie can basically one-shot that Vulcan pretty much anywhere right now. The left torso is one touch. We're going to see if he's XL. Because of his speed? Yeah, I didn't think he was XL. Ooh, got into the cockpit just in time to see that final shot. Alright, GG's, Avaski and Lousy. Good fighting. Good paint jobs too. As we all know, the paint job makes the map. You can get a 10% performance increase with a solid paint job. Another couple extra percent if you have really good bolt-ons. You're looking at the damage numbers here. Yeah, Advice and his Annie dealing 686 damage. You just can't beat MPLs and dual heavy goss back in the heyday. Well, let's see. During that heyday that they're making fun of, I think maybe the quad LBX Annie with a snub in the CT was probably more used, to be honest. All right, that was good. They already picked the map they wanted. They were all ready to go with what side. So this first map is polar. That's swapped over. Don't want an issue like last weekend, where I had the wrong game mode. Then Conquest. All right. As everyone knows, Polar Highlands, very big and spacious map. The spawns are closer, which makes it more competitive in a comp setting because assaults don't have to take 4 minutes just to walk towards the center. Um, because of the closer spawns, I feel it makes even slower mechs more viable. Before it was you just if you wanted to try to take a 36 kph Godzilla, for example, just throwing that out, just throwing something out there as an example, it's really hard to pull off on that map because half the fight is over by the time you even get into, you know, before you get close enough to the center to actually start doing damage to enemy mechs that you might stumble across at range. Last week we saw, that's right, last week we saw a lot of fighting. Um, a lot of the fighting happened either in the center of the map or to on Pride Rock on the northern side of the center. The one that with the Overwatch in the cap point. We saw multiple teams fight it out. Yeah, we saw multiple teams fight it out. Have a fairly significant fight there at that hill. Team two's already well, what they got nine other guys. All right. I'm gonna give Team One here another minute, and then I'll start them on their countdown. So this should be fine. Oh, I gotta make sure I have all the settings correct. Yeah, we're on Oceanic, first person only. Stock mode, yes. No, stock mode. Kidding. Lights change. Yeah, okay. We're good. Alright, it's early in the morning. Tim, I forgot what I'm supposed to be doing. But I'm gonna check the stream. Lousy already getting shots on Wobbly. Wobbly. Alright, stream is working. That's good. Alright, stream is working. Be good to go. Probably should have made an announcement. Now, last week these teams were oh, I can't remember who played against. I think it was um well, it was what CXF and oh god, I'm gonna feel stupid. What's wrong? Last week, it was Metal Gear Solid and Stubby versus Laggy AF and Nikoro and the Doom Guards. Remember to use proper calls like shoot that back over there. Oh no. All right, we're waiting here. Both teams, they got most of their guys in. Team two's already like pretty green boarded. It's pretty nice. So hopefully, these matches go pretty quick. All right, no mic issues. That's good. My last cast of last week, I had a radio cast for the last drop. It was pretty gnarly. Wish I had some clips to highlight for you guys. These guys, AP match last week was actually pretty entertaining to watch. Um, kind of one-sided, to be fair. Um, oh, who was that? I think Stubby and Metal Gear won basically every drop. Don't quote me on that, but it was still a good watch. There was some close moments, some uh, fun plays being made, and a lot of aggression, which is great. The banter is real today, boys. Both teams just goofing off, having a good time. I don't know about all of them, but I think 90% of the people in this lobby currently are from Australia and New Zealand. You start watching it, but I need to start pilots around. Oh, surely it's been more than 5 minutes. Well, I can actually tell you that for. I'm looking. Did I give a counter yet? Stream? Yeah. No, they haven't had their 5 minutes. They're close though. I think they got like a minute left. Team two locked before team one. All right, team one's green board. All right. All right, they locked. Gotta make sure. Gotta make sure team two is still locked. All right, here we go. I mean, the duel's technically the first drop. This is drop one of the official matches. Stream needs to be centered. Is it not centered? Uh-oh. Oh no, it's the shoot. It's my resolution. I'll fix it after this drop. I fix it mid drop, or is that just going to crash everything out? And we're going to find out today, fella. There we go. Thank you for letting me know that. Pete should be penalized for false logging. Listen, hey, as a volunteer, unpaid worker for this league, I am 100% okay with being bribed. Yeah. You want me to look the other way and then no, it never happened. He never unlocked. Just give me a number. I'll let you know if it needs to go higher or lower. All right, looking here at Team 2 first, since that's where I'm looking at. We got a Black Lantern A, a Black Lantern C, a Bane 6, Hellfire 2, an Adder CN, Night Gear, Nova Cat P, Battlemaster 1G, Osiris 1P, Incubus 5, and Osiris 1P. On Team 1 side, we have an Urban Mech 2C, Firestarter C, Executioner M, Jenner 2C 3, Black Lantern Prime, Black Lantern Alpha, an Urby 2C, an Orion 2C Skull, a Summoner G, and a Kodiak 5. I kind of digging this. Alright, let's get some cockpit action. See what some of these builds are. Streaks. Ooh, a streak map. Medium lasers, large balls, heavy meats. We got some fighting in the center already. Got some scouting going on. Yeah, I heard that UAV go up. Couple UAVs up. Some just some light trading going on. Both teams looks like they're yeah, team 1 is hard sending it through the center.
Resource point Theta is ours.
Oh, what's this Kodiak? This the Summoner is going to be SRMs for sure. No, it's 6 medium pulse. Way off on that one. And that is a 9 ER Mead Kodiak. Very interesting deck. Iba taking some heat here. Eating a lot of damage. Shotgun Fist right out here in the open. He gets legged. These 3 should be able to finish him off quickly. Yeah, left leg open. He's about to die. Executioner's taking some damage. Iba pulled out of there and let his friends take over that fight. Necro shooting down into the fight. Izvosky in the Executioner eating up a lot of damage. Right leg open. CT weak. Are they going legs or are they going CT? You guys are getting them everywhere. Left leg goes down. Ivosky goes down. It's now 2-1 because Doomguard gets yeeted. I thought that Bane was fresher than that. Oh yeah, he just got Giga Drilled CT by 6 mechs. That'll of course kill you pretty fast. Lousy 10 P-Zone, that mech, doing some skirmishing here on the side. Blue also has another small attack force, trying to get into the those ranged mechs from the side. Scyther goes down. It was a hell of a fight over here, and it looks like there's one over there too. Let's check that one out for a second. The Nova Cat here, getting shots on something out of my view. Luminous a little too close for that Kodiak, being double teamed by the Black Lantern and the Battlemaster. Oh, they are giga drilling that CT. Cherry Red CT, he goes down. Iba in here, a little late to get into the backs now because the Kodiak dead. All those mechs were able to turn around. Terry Flap goes down. Iba does go down. It's fairly... Team 1 has the advantage in HP for sure, and in the numbers here. Sergeant Sooner goes down. Terry Flap goes down. Blue just continuing this push. Now that the south flank has been cleared up, they're going to push north and try to finish off these guys at the... this is the Kodiak we saw earlier holding at bay. 1 mech holding 3 mechs at bay. You know, even though he died, he bought the rest of his team time to mop up with a numbers advantage there on the south. Lermgod gets taken down. Wobblies goes down. Pete Zone, that mech, Rathor Feck, all beautiful wolf packing. Mech Warrior 414. I think that's Kong. Kong Lord. I can't. He's pretty beat up. Both sides, both legs open. He's actually super injured. 23% in a incubus. Talk about damage spreading.
We've
All right,
gathered
red
enough
team's down.
resources. This triumph will provide us huge tactical benefits.
Team one wins. GG, well played. All right, we're gonna take a look at the damage numbers here, and then we'll swap these teams. P zone, that summoner 689. That summoner banged a lot harder than I thought it would, to be honest. Pretty good damage numbers. Urban Mech 2C. Actually, there's two of them on the field. I didn't just now realize that. 413 damage, 383. Luminous and that Kodiak 438. Actually, more damage than I thought he did. With how much pressure he was on. Wobbly 593 in that Battlemaster. He farmed for days. And then Mech Warrior here with that Incubus 550 there at the end. All right, we're gonna head back to the lobby, get these teams swapped, and then get us going for the next drop. Okay, let's see if I can do this easier. I think I did it. It doesn't help that two of these teams are CXF, so as you can clearly see, CXF pilots make up over half of both teams. All right, Team One's now on the 5-minute timer. Last match was pretty good. The Blues push was pretty substantial. They definitely got in there real well. I was a little worried about the split. I thought that the because of the split, the guys who went north, that would be to the uh, leftish on the stream, top left corner. You can kind of see them on the. Probably saw them on the field. It was I think two of them for a while held up like four mechs it seems. The Kodiak and he had at least one light dancing around. Aiba, after his little skirmish in the south, he came back around and tried to join to help the Kodiak with another light up there. But the Kodiak ended up going down by then. But them holding off those mechs for as long as they did bought the rest of the team the time they needed to successfully push through and break through that line there, and then roll up the enemy team. Beautiful textbook, well done. Especially for a division with these Div-S. I think one of the rules is no practicing. If I remember correctly, Div-S you're not allowed to practice. Everything just has to happen on game day. I don't know if that's a hard rule or if that's like a soft rule, right? You know, like it's frowned upon, but like you're not going to get punished if you do. I'm not 100% certain about that. People would have to ask Jay. Man, it is weird being up at 7:30 in the morning casting a match. I know I did it last week, but you know, it's going to get real hot today where I'm at. We have a heat wave coming. Just get like 96 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's already humid from all the rain. So it's going to be like 96, high humidity. Oh yeah, it's going to be a bad heat wave. It's going to suck. I'm a fat, pasty white boy. We don't do well when it's almost 100 degrees and humid. We weren't built for that weather. Team 2 is like already green boarded and ready to lock. Just waiting on Team 1. Green will mean go. Okay. Green means go. Did both teams say it? Yeah, both teams say it. Alright. We have an agreement by both teams that as soon as the green boarded, I can punch it. I think the tournament rules say they have to lock, but they both agreed to it, and we here at MW Leagues are big believers in sportsmanship. And if two teams want to make an agreement, they can. Now, are we going to enforce the agreement if someone gets mad because someone doesn't stick to it? No, because we only enforce our rules. But that should make things go just a little bit faster. Green means go, man. With having to unlock the last drop, is that the smartest idea? Well, we're waiting for these two teams to fully load in here. That's why their dropships are just kind of hovering. A little behind the scenes magic for you, for those who have never watched a stream or a cast. Or private lobby for that matter. Alright. Who's the one guy who has not loaded in yet? That's usually what happens. It's always one guy. DPS, it's usually Vilas. Or the DPS team. Alright. I'm over here on the red sites. We'll do red first. We have an Incubus, SA, an Orion 2C, Skull, Summoner G, Corsair 7A, Urban Mech 2C, Shadowcat MI, Black Lantern Alpha, Black Lantern Charlie, Shadowcat Bravo, and a Kodiak 5 again. Interesting, interesting. Now, on Team 1 side, we see a Black Lantern Alpha, Osiris 1P, Stalker 7D, Adder W, Hellfire 2, Black Lantern C, Atlas W. Wow. I think that's the Warlord. Catapult C4, 2 Trebuchet 5Js, which
We have gained Epsilon.
surprisingly powerful mech with once binaries got released.
Theta is controlled
It
by
doesn't have the
enemy.
most energy points, but now that you can do the binary thing, it can pack a wallop for such a small mech. Team 2 already got the center and stuff. Team 1's starting to get in position here. Other than the Atlas, most of these decks are pretty mobile, surprisingly. Get some cockpit action.
We have possession of
Target
Kappa.
acquired.
Target spot. They have resource point
New
Gamma.
target acquired.
Target spotted.
New target acquired.
Oh yeah, that is a Thunderbolt launcher. Yeah, we got that catapult's a Thunderbolt boat. Thunderbolts are nasty.
Target spotted.
Acquired.
Oh no, my vertical up and down is broke.
Target spotted.
I hate it when that happens.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
New target. Fuel at
Target
25%.
spotted.
Alright, so I can't go up and down anymore on the cast for some reason. We'll figure that out here in a moment. For now, we're just going to stick to some cockpit shenanigans.
At 25%.
Target
Fuel
spotted.
at 0%. New target
Izov
acquired.
got good burn in there.
Target.
Both teams fighting over center.
Target spotted.
It doesn't look like a hard brawl this time. Yeah, I'm locked to the ground. That's funny. Alright, whole cast is happening in cockpit view. So Aiba and Hainu already went down. I missed that while trying to mess with my controls here.
Airstrike online. New target acquired.
Target spotted. Target spotted. Affirmative.
Ooh, Luminous takes out Luminous.
New,
Target spotted.
new target acquired.
Target spotted.
That Summoner G is basically pretty injured in CT. Shotgun Fist and that mech getting in a bit of a duel here.
Damage.
That mech's legs are getting lit up. Oh, and he alphaed his teammate in the ass. We all saw that. And he does it again. And they get the kill, so it doesn't matter. That's so funny. Lurmgod goes down. That mech is now down. That Incubus fake goes down. It is 5-1.
New target.
This is quickly turning into a complete roll here. Foxtrot still up, surprisingly. Side torso just gets open. All right, Wrathlord does go down. P-zone to this summoner, he got lit up pretty early in the match,
Target spotted.
Target destroyed. New target acquired.
but he stayed alive for
Target
a fairly
spotted.
decent amount of time. Well, let's check what his damage numbers ended up there at the end.
Target
Target
spotted.
acquired. New target acquired.
Lousy getting triple teamed here. Not much he can do. Shot from three directions. There's only one mech left.
New target acquired.
Target
Target
spotted.
acquired.
That would be Zvosky's Corsair.
Tar-
Ooh,
We've
nice
gathered
shot.
enough resources. This triumph will provide us huge tactical benefit.
Well done, both teams. Team 1 here. Definitely overpowered Team 2 on this one. Damage numbers is Vosky in the Corsair 7A, 733 damage. Good farm. Pretty good damage numbers for them. Luminous Kodiak 5, 407, and Lousy 10 in the Skull with 466. Down here at Team 1, looking at damage numbers. Necro, you filthy fucking Thunderbolt tryhard. 729 farmed in that Thunderbolt mech. Both the Trebuchet 5Js, 557, 542. Again, fantastic mech right now. And wobbling the Stalker with 521. Good damage numbers. I hope you guys have been getting your APIs, because that's too much work for me. I ain't doing that. All right. That's 2 drops down. 2-0 in Team 1's favor. Oh, what's the next map? Give me a second. Let me find it. Next map is Grim. Reflex. Alright, Grim Plexus. Classic map. Basically a pathed ring on the outside of the map. With these mountains that provide blockage between the outside of the map and what I would call the inner ring of the map, which is the majority of the map. Then there's a couple little passageways between the outside and the inside of the map. Now, the big inside the map is just a big open area. There's what we call the gas station, which then goes into like a frozen lake bed, and opposite of the gas station is Hamburger Hill. And then, of course, we have the G5 base area, which takes up a couple grid squares. The center feature of the map is where most of the fighting happens. And then, of course, you have the Epsy Hill. I don't know if anyone ever named it, but I just call it the Epsy Hill because on Conquest, that's where the Epsy Cap point is. So the map is basically a circle with a couple small low grounds and then 3 hills. And a gas station is basically all this map is. I love the map. Maybe it's been overplayed in comp. I think that's why it's not the most liked map. Uh, but it's not a bad map. Alright, Team 1 is here on their 5-minute timer. Both teams are getting ready. I'm sticking to what they said. They said green board. If they green board, I'm punching it. So let's I'm gonna actually I'll keep my finger on the trigger on this one. Oh, actually, uh, could yeah. All right, I'm gonna go over last week. That's match one. Okay, so last week's stuff isn't uploaded yet. That's fine. All right, so I don't know the placement of these teams right now, unfortunately. Taking a look here, Div.S-AP. Yeah, only week one's numbers are tallied so far. So I don't know who's actually in the lead in this and what the standings overall are. I blame Kraz. I don't know why. It just seems like when in doubt, blame Kraz. Usually good. Fighting themselves for real. Yeah. Yeah, they are a little bit, Diff. How's it going, Diff? And the rest of the viewers? Thank you for tuning in this early in the morning or this late. It is already hot enough that I'm starting to sweat. Oh, it's just going to get hotter. I don't know how, but that's Kras's fault too. Alright, both teams almost green. Once that's green, I'm pushing it. I'm pushing it. T1 at 650 tuds. 2 in Alpha Lance, 4 in Bravo and Charlie. They said push it at greenboard. I hope they were ready. Alright. Oh yeah, I forgot. Beside gas station is the fuel tankers. Fuel tank. Terrible position to trade from most of the time. Because it's just it's like the way the legs work is like a fence in a lot of other like first person shooters. So just shoot between the metal rods and you'll still hit the guy. Gas station, Hamburger Hill, the G5 base. That's all I ever called G4, G5. I think, if I remember correctly, that's the grid square for both for that big hill. And there's the other hill. And then, as you see, the whole thing's just surrounded by a circle. All right, we're waiting for both teams to drop in here. All right, we're looking at Team 1 first. We got a Timberwolf of War, Adder W, Black Lantern Charlie, Catapult FB, something like that. Mad Cat 1, Orion 2C Skull, Black Lantern Alpha. Actually, we got 2 skulls on the field. And Osiris 1P and Executioner A. On Team 2 side, we have Incubus 2, Black Lantern C, Osiris 3D, Corsair 7A, Nova Cat P, Black Lantern Charlie, Orion 2C Skull, another Corsair 7A, Timberwolf H, and a Roughneck BLT. Oh my god, what's the BLT?
Enemy forces have Sigma.
Vault. I'm not going to lie, if your code word is 3 out of 4 letters, just add the 4th letter. You know, I'm not going to get mad. What is on that bolt, by the way? Oh, 4 AC5. We got a lot of. Ooh, we got a lot of DACA.
Command
And
confirming that
ATMs.
we have
DACA and
possession of
ATMs.
Kappa.
Gauss lasers. Gauss lasers. So we'll DACA a little lasers.
Theta is
Blue
controlled
team.
by the enemy.
Very spread out. Team 2 looks like they're going for Hamburger Hill. But Team 1, they got these 4 mechs already over here on the Kappa. And side angles into Hamburger Hill. Now it looks like they have 3 still around gas station, and there's 2 on fighting for Epsies. What's over here? We got the Timberwolf, the Mad Cat, and the Skull. All right, are holding back. But red team basically is all together. Blue team very spread out. Oh, do they have a disco? They have a disco. Shotgun Fist, Black Lantern Alpha. Well, he could be AFK. Oh, here in the Incubus goes down. I believe that, yeah, that was over on Epsies. Yeah, Blue gets a nice pick over here. Still some trading from Hamburger Hill. I'm gonna keep an eye on the minimap. Blue is about to have Hamburger Hill completely surrounded. Red can't hold that position much longer because once Blue has them surrounded, and they'll have no cover, which means they can't get away from any shots and all or trades. These 2 lights here, pretty not super messed up, but they're not fresh anymore. That's for sure. Yeah, I'm looking over here. Looks like a few are trading with the guys on Kappa, but Blue, look at that! Look at that beautiful semicircle being formed. That crescent moon happening. That's actually the you know when you see that crescent, just like the real world, he who raps on their opponent almost always wins, right? Uh,
We have gained Epsilon.
and that's happening here. Lousy 10 and that skull does go down here. That mech, Terry Flap does get yeeted into oblivion. That mech, surprisingly still alive. I'm trying to see here. Ferroblast, that's what it was freaking called. It looked like it was XL. Free Rider here in the Orion. He looks like he's about to get picked. That mech cannot eat another shot from that Mad Cat in the back like that again. They do manage to get that pick there. The ATM mech doing some serious damage. As Vosky and the Corsair, though, he can't trade much longer. Yeah, Shotgun. Yeah, Shotgun Fist is back. Him and these other lights are in the backs of the traders here on the hill, which is exactly what I was talking about. When you have it surrounded, there's not a lot of cover. But those couple of kills they got there, clearing off most of the firepower there in the Kappa side might actually been enough here to turn this around. Now these red mechs, I think they have to. I think they just got to push these 3, get them out of here, and then retake the top of the hill, because they're getting pushed back into this low ground, which means they're not going to be able to see what the opponent's team is up to as well. Scythe and Cyrus trying to go for the pick on the Lanner. He gets the leg, but he died for it. Shotgun Fist, even though he was AFK in the first half of this match, did get in there, got in here, got pretty aggressive, but a little too aggressive. Blue team's kind of falling into all these little 1v1s. Ivosky goes down. This Black Lantern is getting farmed with ATMs. He's pretty damaged overall everywhere. Blue has a 3 cap, but not nearly enough cap points to pull off a cap win. He gets out of there. Mirage is going to get focused here. He's definitely going to get focused. Red actually seems to have held the line. They got wrapped on by Blue pretty hard. But it seems Blue kind of took the fight in piecemeal instead of all together. Blue fought like 1 or 2 mechs at a time, and they just kind of got picked off that way.
We've captured resource point Sigma.
But Red needs to get these cap points though. Blue has 4, and what's they have what, 2 mechs still up? 3 mechs still up? Yeah. They have 3 mechs still up. They can play the cap game. Maybe. It'll depend on how much of, well, how many lights does red team still have? They have the 2 Lanners and the Osiris. Alright. And all their big mechs are pretty beat up. I think one of their Lanners is leg, though. So, red has 2 fast movers, blue has 2 fast movers for capping. There's a little fight happening over here in Kappa. I don't know if I'll get to it in time. What do we got over here? Caught the end of it. Fake. Finishing off Knight of Fire. He's going to flip this cap point. I think red actually needs 4 caps to win.
Kappa is
Yeah, I think
under
if blue
enemy
is left with
control.
2 caps, they're going to be able to pull the... they'll have enough time. So red needs at least flip 4 of these caps. Well, if anything, they need to get blue down to 1 cap. That's the only way they're going to have enough time to finish this off. Uh, the, the guy in Epsilon, I don't think he sees this roughneck just
They have resource point
coming
Gamma.
in here. Oh no, Sergeant Sunar goes down. I'm not sure where he died. Ooh. The Black Lantern's going to get out of there. Is Rathor going to spot him? Is Rathor going to spot him? No. He's going to get away. Rathor! Rathor is right here. Oh. Yeah, that Black Lantern must have got pinged by the one of Rathor's teammates. Because Rathor turned around and
Sigma. They've taken Epsilon.
is going to come over here to cut him off. Yeah, he's going to definitely get this kill here. For sure. It's just a game of cat and mouse here. Alright.
The enemy has capped enough resources.
Alright, that's a
Team
W
failed.
for red. GG's, well done. Alright, look at the damage numbers here. Rathor 438. Pete Zone, that Nova Cat. Farming pretty good at 990. Iba, the Timberwolf, 932. I think that was the ATM boat. Team 2, Nicaro and the Mad Cat 1, 609 damage. Got a couple nice back shots that we saw in there. And then Knight of Fire in that Skull, 532. Sunar MVP of this match? Probably. Alright. Alright, doing a team swap. Okay. I definitely missed up this one. Takes notes. I saw Nick in a trade assault. Mirage looks sus. Okay. He's not even. Oh. Oh, I missed multiple people. Shit. I just swapped sides with Nicker. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Alright. Alright, team one's on the 5-minute counter. We are good to go. Alright. So, we are 2-1 now. So team one, well, they were team, no, now team one. They can still, uh, they win here. They can still pull off the W. It's not out of their hands yet. I'm not. Oh, they're talking to each other. Okay, I was gonna say I'm not kicking anyone. Oh, Mirage, is that what happened with Sooner? Oof. Yeah. Press F to pay respects on that one. I can now say Pete punched me and kicked me out of a match. Yeah, most team leaders will do that at some point. Oh, almost forgot. Today, we have two more casts coming to you. Forgot to mention. We have Div-CEU, and I haven't decided if I'm going to do the NA Div-S or do the Div-A um, NA game. We'll see. I can only do one in each time zone because they're all at the same time. But the EU match coming up here at 3 p.m. Eastern, which is like 1900 UTC, I think, will be MSGQ and Smoke Keshik versus QFES and Erie. Which I don't think we casted a Div C match this season yet. So hopefully we get at least one Div C match in today. Because it is the last week of the tournament. You assholes trolling me with the team swap. How dare you? Stuner's coming after Pete. Alright, once they fully load up, we're gonna see what mechs they brought for this matchup. Alright. Looking at Team 1 here, we got a Locust 3V, a Bane 1, Stone Rhino Axum, two Axums actually, Black Lantern Echo, Executioner Bravo, Night Gear Jade Kai, Incubus 2, Marauder Bravo, and a Black Lantern Alpha. Team 2 side, we have Hellbringer H, Mad Cat 1, Corsair 7A, Incubus 2, Black Lantern Alpha, Javelin 10P, second Black Lantern Alpha, Mad Cat 2 1, an Axum, and a Catapult FB. Let's take a look at some of these mechs here. The Incubus 2, ER larges and machine guns. That Locust 3V, I think it's like 2 medium pulse, 2 machine guns, something like that. Most of blue, actually, let me phrase that, all of blue heading right towards Gamma, looks like. Red team spreading out. They have a couple heading for Theta. Someone's going wide, and then there's someone going for Epsies. Now, the person going for Epsies is going to run into these two mechs, so this is going to be interesting. Oh, they actually peeled off. Yeah, they definitely see this. The Black Lantern taking pot shots here onto the Epsi cap.
We have Gamma.
Fake just trying to trade with them a little bit here. But, ooh. A Sonar and the Javelin coming up their rear. And he's shut down. He's a Rocket Javelin. Is that why he's shut down? Oh, he's going in for to kill something. His job is to alpha something and kill it. That's his whole job. No one's going to see him there because he's shut down. Oh no. Oh no. He doesn't know that they see him. He powered back up at the wrong time. Ooh, he got the alpha on the Black Lantern. Did not do enough damage. Too much of those rockets missed. Rathor, he ate a bunch of damage, but he definitely missed most of it there. Team 1 has 2 caps to Red Team's 3. Javelin, a little bit of a bust there. I applaud the effort. It was a big dick move, and we can all appreciate that. Yeah, both Axums are just Ultra AC2s and AC2s. Blue team definitely is taking the right side of the map. Very different strategy from what they did in the previous round. Rathor, even as injured as he is, he's still in the front line as a light. Left torso is open. Doing a little bit of trading with that catapult here. Catapult has a lot of friends. It's 4. This might be a 4v3 here. This might be where the first major engagement happens. Let's see if they can, because they have the Lerm God here. I don't think Blue knows that. Terry Flap, unfortunately, running in a straight line, getting shot by everybody. The Timberwolf gets forward. He looks like he tried to alpha the Locust, but missed most of his shots. Those Locusts are actually surprisingly hard to hit with ATMs at many angles. Terry Flap legged, his other leg's about to go here. Rathor's still alive in that Black Lantern that got nailed with the rockets. Terry Flap is down. Catapult is down. Mirage is getting some trading up. I see some UAVs up. It's always nice to see UAVs. UAVs are, information warfare is king. Rathor eats a shot here. What is he running? Oh, okay, he is running ER larges. I thought so. Ivosky and his Stone Rhino is here to support. I'm kind of curious what they're going to do here. Red is still not a lot happening, but they are down 2 max. It's not a whole lot they can do this current moment. They have the cap lead. They just got to hold that. But Blue looks like they want Gamma here for sure. There's 3 mechs around Theta. Red is sending a mech to take Gamma. Or sorry, this is Sigma. The Gamma is now currently about to be flipped by Red to a 4 cap. If Red gets that 4 cap, Blue is going to be in a desperate situation. They need to get the Sigma cap yesterday. Lerm God sitting here, surprisingly was not able to get any shots off. Zvosky nailed the Lerm God. And now they're going to push this gap. They're not even going for the cap point. They're going for the kill. Lerm God caught out here. There's not much he's going to be able to do. He's going to get focused here by 4 mechs. Ivosky just giga drilling him CT. He's gone. Red team is coming around the backside of the hill, but they are outgunned and outnumbered and out-tonnaged in every capacity. Mirage runs forward. He's now ran right in the middle of 4 blue mechs. He's definitely going to get picked here for it. The Corsair and the Mad Cat trying to get into the fight, but it's too late. He's down. Fake pretty injured. Rathor still up at 72% after the Savage Javelin rockets he got at the beginning of the match. Red team does have 4 caps. Blue team can't take this cap now. There's 2 assaults holding it. Looks like the blue team has sent 2 back towards Gamma. They're probably going to pick that mech over there. And then there's 1 here in the center. Fake's coming to help the guy, to help the fight here in the center. It's the Timberwolf, who's actually super injured. Timberwolf goes down. They're about to clean up center. They got to clean it up fast because they need that Theta flipped, and Gamma flipped, and Sigma flipped. They need all 3 flipped. But Wobbly and Night of Fire just holding the line here at Sigma still. Light fight on Gamma. Here goes down. Here we're getting a little too far forward. Rathor still up. Oh, I just now saw Ivosky got into the back of the assault. He must have went all the way around the hill. It's now, what, 9-3 on kills.
We have Gamma.
Blue has the map, but they are running out of time on the caps. Arguably, they could be already out of time on the caps. Because they still have to flip Sigma and Theta. Kappa is just... They're not going to get to Kappa time. Yeah. I think Red wins here. Luminous fighting in the center. Yeah. Yeah, I think Brett's gonna win by the skin of their teeth on this one.
The enemy has capped enough resources.
Wow.
We've
Red
failed.
wins on caps. They lost virtually every engagement they took on the map, but they still won on caps. Crazy. GG's, well played. Alright, looking at the damage numbers here. Nicaro and the Mad Cat 2, 780. 2 damage. Mech Warrior 414 and the Black Lantern 490. Zvosky and Luminos 584, 544. Actually, just this whole lance did pretty good. The Axum. Oh yeah, I forgot they had 2 Axums on the field. And Iba in that Black Lantern, 815 damage, just kicking ass. Rathor still pulled 501, even though he survived, you know, uh, a one-shot kill that should have killed him but didn't. All right, that's the end for Grim. All right, we're gonna be going here into the last match, or the last drop of this match, and that should be Alpine Peaks, which, as a lot of people know, had some major changes to its spawns and cap points. Now, where's it at? Alpine, arguably, pretty fun now with the new cap points. Oh, sooner you let me down with your javelin. You powered up too early, got spotted, and then you whiffed on your shot. Maybe you'll get away with it this time. I hope so. Oh, better give Team 1 their 5 minute. Surprising victory on that last one. The Caps. Now, I gotta say, here in Iba and Rathor, that little wolf pack thing they had going on around Sigma, they were doing God's work. Just constant bouncing around stuff, never stop moving, and constantly applying pressure. If they were either it was applying pressure in one direction or another, but it was constant pressure. It was very good. It was very good light play from them, Wolfpack play. They weren't all lights. All right, while we wait for these last two, or for this last match to kick off, hope everyone's enjoying their evening. You guys down under? Actually, I'm not sure exactly what time it is. I know it's roughly around 12 hours, but the exact I don't know. So I'm assuming it's 9, 10-ish p.m. for the Aussies and the New Zealanders. All right. multiple time zones because it's a big area I'm talking about, but like ballpark. Kind of curious what these teams are going to do. Now we saw oh the team one here and drop one do that very aggressive push, very beautifully done. And then it kind of went to everything else has been more tradey. Strong wolf packs, but all the bigs have been kind of tradey. Objective gamers. I know, right? How dare they? So for those who haven't played the Alpine since it's been edited, there's now a because of where the spawns are, you can if you go fast enough, rush from your spawn to the enemy spawn in just a couple minutes. So you can rush the whole enemy team if you're fast enough. Basically, both spawns are now on opposite sides of the top half of the map, and then the caps go down with Kappa being like almost 5 kilometers away at the very very bottom of the map, like 4 kilometers roughly. So taking the center point is is just as important as it used to be. The center mountain, just having that Overwatch, being able to, if you have enough range, you can scratch at mechs or going for caps. Though I don't know if you can hit the caps up there from there. Can't remember. Shitty mix shooters thing. Hey, what's up? Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're enjoying it. It's Div.S. It's you know, half effort division, half effort cast. Team 1's greenboarded, waiting on Team 2 now. And oh yeah, for those two tuning in, they're not going to say lock. They agreed to just punch it on a green board. So once Team 2's all green, I'll be hitting launch. Oh, gross. Ad breaks. They locked anyways. Horrible. Just waiting on these last three on Team 2 to green board. Yeah. I can't punch it. Kong is still not ready. I'm not a comp admin. Also talking about Pete or whatever. I think Pete's a comp admin for. Man, these DoorDash commercials are getting insane. That one's just a woman throwing an axe at a wall. Repeatedly. Not sure what that has to do with DoorDash, but cool. Badass commercial. As you guys can see, where the new cap points are for those who didn't know. The center mountain, just like quick play, is still important. just as important as before, but now there's a cap point there. So it's important for the whole team to fight for it. And then the spawns are about directly center screen here and over there on that hill. So you can go from that spawn to that spawn by just running that back pass, which used to not see a whole lot of play, but now we're seeing it. In the last couple seasons, we've seen a lot of play since Alpine has joined the lost my train. Oh, I need coffee. But the teams have dropped, so let's do this first. All right, I'm looking at Team 1 here. We got Virago and Urban Mech 2C, Stone Rhino 7, Warhawk K, Battlemaster 1G, Incubus 2, Black Lantern Echo, Kit Fox Charlie. Sorry, that's 2 Black Lantern Echoes and a Rifleman 2C. And they got a squad heading. They're going north. All right, Team 2. We have Catapult FB, Osiris 1P, Timberwolf H, Stalker 5S, Shadowcat MI, Novacat Bravo, a second Timberwolf H, Incubus 5, Hellbringer Virago, and a Black Lantern Echo.
They have resource point Gamma.
Both teams are sending multiple guys up. Now this could be interesting. Because that is very, this northern mountainside, now a very powerful position.
We have gained Epsilon.
See one going to Theta. Blue's sending 2 Cappers to Sigma. They'll probably gonna go Kappa next. Red has not sent anyone to Kappa. So I'm assuming their plan is the fight for Gamma, Theta, and Epsis, actually. Yeah, 1 Kappa is already heading off to Kappa. They got a trader on Theta. And Red is just positioning to basically receive something here. On that rock face over there. Blue spreading out very well. They got mechs all going high. Everything's going high and trying to get angles. Let's see if we can get in some of these cockpits.
Artillery strike online. Artillery strike online.
Target spotted.
Artillery strike online.
Target spotted. Command confirming that we have possession of Kappa. Affirmative.
Airstrike online. Artillery strike online.
Target spotted.
Artillery strike online. Artillery
spotted.
strike online. Artillery strike online.
Target spotted.
Oh, that HAL is an another. Are both these HALs ATM boats?
Target spotted.
I'll find out. No, it doesn't look like it. But that Black Lantern Echo is a narc mech. Just now noticed that. Alright, Team 1 does have the cap lead with the 3. Looks like Red is sending... They have 1 on Kappa. Sorry, they have 2 on Kappa now. They're sending a 3rd. So they're definitely going to go for that Kappa to take control of it. Blue has 1 guy holding Overwatch, and a 2nd light mech heading down to probably support. Yeah, Kappa's going to flip, and then Red's going to start taking cap control here shortly. Blue's still just spread out doing some range trading, a little bit of everywhere. Looking at the damage numbers, both teams still hyper fresh. You know, this is going to be, settle in boys, this is going to be a long one. We're going to see a lot of blue lasers out of 2,000 meters. Oh, yeah, that mech slid down the mountain. Is he going back? Oh, did he fall down? No, he's going over here. I thought he was about to go back around and back up. Red, surprisingly, only 1 mech up here. And it's the Lanner. I think this is the Narc Lanner, actually. Yeah, this is the Narc Lanner. Looks like he's trying to get the Kit Fox here. The Shadowcat MI goes down. Oh, well, I was focusing north. I forgot about the little light pack down south. They definitely have a 3-man, and they're chasing the 2 back towards Sigma. But blue has 2 more coming in. It's about to become a 4v3 in their favor. If red doesn't see this early enough, they could get caught out and picked off here. Looking at the minimap, a lot of blue guys are looking south. Everyone knows this fight's happening, and I think it's going to this match is going to be determined who wins this fight. Ooh, fake is legged in that incubus. So, red, they just have to pull this away from fake and then even the numbers here, make it a 3v3. One of these is a Warhawk. Now, what is on that Warhawk? Dual heavy Gauss 30s. Or Hag, sorry, dual Hag 30s, not heavy Gauss. Dual Hag 30s. He is laying into this catapult here. Lousy 10 taking some shots at the Skyder. Skyder goes down, legged. The catapult is on the run. The Osiris is legged too, and there's not much he can do except for try to hurt this Warhawk a little bit more. Warhawk is also legged. Black Lantern Echo chasing the catapult. I thought the catapult was running from the fight, but he's running back into it. But it's now solo. It's now 3v1, and he goes down. Looking at the HP numbers, that mech and High 61 both super injured in the low 30s. Cap points fairly even. Red has the slight advantage. Blue team won the fight in the south. Their 3 mechs are probably going to start moving north now. They're taking shots at... Ooh, there's actually a 4th red mech. Now, is this the traitor? Oh no, did he fall off the mountain? I don't know. I can't tell if he fell off the mountain or if he tried to get into that fight, but it was too late. Here's Kit Fox goes down. While we were focused on the fight to the south, to the north, red definitely got aggressive. Just like blue got aggressive in the south, red got aggressive north. It looks like they've cleared off most of the enemies up here. Pretty injured though. There's that mech still right on the other side of this hill. Red team, I think they're going to have Epsies here shortly. Yeah, blue, they just have to clear out these last couple blue guys here in the center. But Ivoski and that Stone Rhino 7 is going to give them a lot of trouble. Those Stone Rhinos can bow all kinds of weapons. Yeah, 8 ER largest. That's a lot.
Halfway to victory. We need to keep holding on to our resource point. They're almost
Alright,
there.
kills have evened up.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
Ooh, that mech gets a nice shot in the Mirage here. Ooh,
Almost there.
ATM to the leg.
Missile.
That's always painful.
Shut down.
Target spotted.
Acquired.
Voski getting rattled by the ATM modes. Night of Fire goes down. That mech now getting ATM'd. Wobbly Mirage is trying to hold their ground here in the center. I can't tell if that last blue mech down there is one of the legged lights. I think it is. Oh, that might be the Warhawk that got legged actually. Yeah, there's no way he's getting back to the fight from down there. Shotgun Fist is down. So it's what, 4-4? 3-4? When you go in the cockpit, sometimes messes with the damage numbers. Ooh, Mirage getting laid into by that Lanner over there. Avosky, you just saw it on the other hill, this stone rhino. Or sorry, this stalker. That Lerm, the Lerm Howl. Curious to see what his damage numbers are going to be. Those howls have been pretty effective this match with the ATM boating. Man, so many super injured mechs.
The enemy has capped enough resources.
And red wins on cap.
We failed.
That was damn close too. I didn't see how close the caps were getting, but GG's red. Well played. Pinky Feldman, there was a level Aussie accent. Well, okay, I didn't try to do an accent. I tried to do a stereotypical accent. Very Americanized. You want to ban me? Yeah, good luck banning the guy casting. I'd like to see you try. Oh, more offensive for level 2 not using Aussie accent. I don't know if that's true. She'd use a New Zealand accent, actually. Alright, that was the fifth and final drop of the night. Or morning, depending on what your time zone. But yeah, that'd be drop 5. I think it went 3-2. And stay tuned. Last week and this week's stuff probably gonna scores will get all tabulated at the same time. So I probably won't have any score information until the later cast. 1900 UTC, 3 p.m. Eastern. We got a match coming up, and then at 9 p.m. Eastern, which is 1 a.m. UTC tomorrow, technically, is the NA match for tonight. So tune in for those. Hopefully, you know, you guys will enjoy them. We got some good games. Probably going to do the NA. The NA match will probably be the Div.S, because I heard there's been some shenanigans going on over there. The EU match is probably going to be the Div.C EU match, because I haven't done Div.C yet. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I hope you guys all enjoyed the cast. Minus a couple hiccups here and there. Screw you guys for messing with me with the team swaps. You jerks. But everyone, you have a great day, great morning, great evening, wherever you are in the world, and I hope to see you guys later for the last 2 casts of the season.